lot of myths about bodybuilders too is that you're not as flexible. But I like to debunk that, you know, sometimes. Doing my stretches. Okay. Hopefully I don't pass out on this.
3, 2. Yes, it's live. Everything's live.
To run at top speed, this looks like a really nice length of it, but 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to try to do 30 seconds. But that's the idea. Run at top speed for about 30 seconds, stop, walk for a little bit, repeat the process, and usually those are called intervals, so I'm going to do, last time I did only 6, but we'll see if I can get maybe 6 or 7 this time. But in between now, I'm going to be doing just some crunches. Everything else feels fine on my body wise. I feel terrific, so that's good progress right there. The injuries are hopefully starting to settle down now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Already out of breath. And it's about 70 degrees. We're not in Los Angeles. So this is on the East Coast, New Jersey. But it's a beautiful, beautiful day, and I said what better way to do it than take Chris' advice here and just say, let me do some sprints outside. Because I normally like to get outside and do my high intensity workouts. And I switch it up depending on how my body looks. So for the contest now, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to do high intensity for 1 week, then I switch off and I do more of a moderate cardio, like 20 minutes after each workout. I usually have a meal or a shake in between those. But today is sort of like quote-unquote off day. But really it's going to be just active sprints, and it's going to be just a bunch of ab routine workouts. But the funny thing is, I did an article, a couple articles I used to write for bodybuilding.com about like 12 years ago. People may peruse that and see something that says aerobics. I don't know if I coined the term or not, but here it is. I'm going to do something of a variation of that kind of a workout, where it's a high intensity movement, back to some abs, high intensity movement, back to abs, and it's just going to go back and forth for how many I can do, and usually after like 6 or 7 you're finished, so we're going to check that out and see how it looks. Let me go back down. It feels really good, actually. Doing it outside is the best. The sunshine and everything.
You got this. Let's go. Let's go.
I go old school with those because you can do crunches any way you like. Sit-ups if you like. I like to do the ones that are like old football style from here. Maybe I'll start this way. Might as well.
1, go. Can't lay down on the disgusting gym floor. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Try to do at least 25.
So how many sets and reps again?
That was, I think, 4. You can already see I'm out of breath because you want to run at that top speed. You know, high intensity training is great for when you want to lose body fat. I know there's a lot of myths about things here and there, and listen, do what works best for you. This works really good for me. I don't really do much cardio on the off season because I'm trying to gain, and I've always had trouble just eating in general. Not like a problem, but like I've always had trouble just ingesting a lot of food. You know, I normally take in 2,700 calories. Trying to get to like 4,000 is a bit of a challenge. I have to force myself at times. So just being in maintenance, which I am now, the running feels good. It feels excellent. Yeah, that's true.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
You want to do just enough to tax yourself a little bit. Well, that doesn't make sense. Tax yourself, but not enough to where it's going to impede on your sprint. The next couple will be, I'm going to kick it up a little bit of a notch. So I'm going to try to go a little bit faster, and I'm going to try to continuously just go into the abs, right into the sprint, right into the abs. So that's going to be 2 in a row. And the main thing, you want to give yourself at least, like, I'd say that running is about 15 seconds. That's fine as long as you're running top speed, whatever your top speed is. It doesn't have to be my top speed. And as we get older, that slows down. But yeah, you want to run top speed because you're exerting all your energy into that high intensity to get your heart rate going, and hopefully you'll be out of breath within a couple. That's the idea. You know, unfortunately, us East Coasters, when it gets cold, we have to run away and hide to the tanning beds and crisp ourselves a little bit longer to get that deep dark tan. But no one relates to stage lights. People ask that all the time with bodybuilding. Why is it you have to be so dark? It's because it's the illusion of the muscle definition. The darker your skin is, the more your muscles pop, especially with the oil on. So you have to apply tan and you have to get natural sun, but when you do that tanning application afterwards, you know, about a week before the show, that's the idea, is you're staining yourself so that you get darker. And you people in the West Coast, man, yeah, got it so easy with the sunlight. We're just blessed to have it now. Basketball, I played in leagues for a long time, and it was the same thing because I was point guard, you know, and sometimes I'd switch to shooting guard depending on what the game was. You know, sometimes I'm running baseline, but you know, it was the same thing with the plays. You know, I had to know all of it because I was running the offense. So it was a lot of pressure too.
For basketball or
For
football?
basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, because you're in there, it's like the quarterback. You know, you're coming down and you're setting up all the plays and you're making sure everyone's in their right spots, and hopefully you guys work cohesively. But yeah, it's the same idea too when I'm posing on stage. You know, not the mandatories. I'll just do a couple mandatories, you know, in a few seconds. But your posing routine, your individual routine. For Mr. Universe, it's 60 seconds. For the Nationals, it was 90 seconds, and they didn't stop the music, so I just kept going. You know, and that's what you want to do. But you're memorizing your transitions. You know, you're memorizing what you're doing next, so it's all fluid. And I looked at a lot of the classic physique bodybuilders from the old days. My inspirations were Arnold Schwarzenegger and Frank Zane and Franco Columbu and Ed Corney and Lou Ferrigno and all those guys, basically from Pumping Iron. And but you got to see the transitions of how to make it just a simple and nice, you know, fluid motions for everything. That's what you want. You know, I'm no super expert, but I mean, proof is in the pudding. Fact is fact. So I worked on a lot of those transitions from these, and you know, you look at your body, and everyone's body is different. I won't give away all my secret checks. I'm still competing here. Maybe in a couple of years. But that's the whole part of it. I love having fun with this sport. It's the greatest sport. I love the intensity of it. I love competing. I love the fun mind games that go on backstage because everyone does them, but it's just part of the fun. I kind of get goofy with it, and I don't really take it serious, but when I'm on the stage, I do. Then afterwards, yeah, it's just the competitive nature. You want to take it serious when you're on the stage because you're competing, you know. But I always go with the idea of I don't want to just go in there and say to myself I want to take third or second, and I want to just have fun. I want to go win, and that's always the competitive nature of me. I want to take first. I want to compete against you. I want the best of the best, and then you see where you're at after that, and you just improve. You know, you can't get down on yourself when you're done because you've already done the work. You've already gotten to where you are, and so that's the main idea: is don't get down on yourself. Just improve the weak points. It took me a long time for the hamstrings to come out. It was about 6-7 months of training. Just kept hitting them hard and hard and harder. So, you know, there's a couple of different weak points that I won't say right now. Afterwards, I'll tell you guys those little secrets because, you know.
Next series.
Next series. Can't expose too much of my weak points here so that competitors get an edge. But no, it's just a lot of fun, man. I love this sport. It's great.